So I got this VITUS aluminum road bike. It's really nice. VITUS, $9.79. It's got all Dura Ace parts on it. Pretty clean condition. And then I got to the seat post clamp. The way the clamp works in here is both ingenious and stupid. It's got this big aluminum collar, and this little doohickey right here. It's like a, what are these called? A set screw, basically. Oops. Fits in right here, and the aluminum is threaded, and then the ball end, it's got a little captive ball bearing, presses up against your seat post and holds the seat post in place. And that sucks because it ruins the seat post. And I don't really like the idea of the whole seat post being supported by one little ball bearing that's squashing the aluminum. But I'm not smart enough to design a whole frame, so maybe the person who designed this had something better in mind. Anyway, the problem is that not only is the head of this set screw stripped, but also the threads in the frame are stripped. So as a very, very, very temporary solution, I found a bolt. It's a little bit bigger than the set screw. And I greased up the threads and I put it in the hole. Started it by hand. I'm having a hard time starting it again. Maybe I'll stand up so I'm at the correct angle. And I took a file and I kind of eased the end of the bolt just so it wouldn't be all squirrely. And I greased the threads so it would go in a little bit easier. Then I take my snap-on ratchet. I love this ratchet. I got it at like a garage sale for $1. It's beautiful. 9/16 socket, and just kind of ran the bolt in. And what that does is it sort of rethreads the hole with the threads on the bolt. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. You can kind of see it coming through. Now the problem with this is that I'm not really rethreading the hole right here, and I'm not really going to a much bigger bolt. So it's not a permanent solution. For some reason the seat post is real hard to get into. Let me loosen the bolt a little bit. I don't think that's the problem though. Alright. Seat post is in. Got the bike propped up on a flower pot right now. Flower pot is stable, bike is stable on flower pot. Switch the ratchet. And now I can tighten this up and it will hold temporarily. That's what this is. It's a temporary fix. The seat is a little crooked because it's got all those dimples in it from the old ball bearing. But this will at least get me down the road. Well, it won't really because there's no chain on the bike and no pedals, but it'll get me down the road. But ultimately, in order to fix that properly, I need to have that hole drilled, tapped, threaded for a new bolt, and then get a new bolt or a new set screw. So that's my temporary fix on the seat post clamp of my VITUS aluminum road bike. Hope that helps.